Hi folks, welcome to Hidden Box channel. You can see in the screen is some form of the crystal is jumping from one place to the another place. Yes, in this video we are going to reveal the information regarding this. If you like this video, kindly share and subscribe. Few days back, the Google come with a pre-review paper about the time crystal. So first, we can see what is time crystal. We all know how the regular crystals looks like. A crystalline form, you have atoms that have a repeating structure. So they have a pattern that repeat itself in space. But the time crystals are the pattern that repeat themselves in time. In 2012, the Nobel Prize winning physicist Dr. Frank conceived the idea in a class about the spatial crystal. He started thinking the crystal in a repeating pattern in space, and why not a time crystal atom that repeat their pattern in time? Well, it turned out he was right. Now, the Google came with a peer review about the time crystal that could be the greatest scientific achievements of our lifetime. The first thing you need to keep in mind that the time crystal is the repeating pattern of atom inside it. When regularly the atom crystallize, they spontaneously organized in rows and columns in three-dimensional lattice, and depend upon the type of atoms, they create the different structures. So, the electromagnetic forces between the atom arrange themselves into a structure where each atom occupies the lattice point. So, when the atom in the crystal that can be in any continuous place in space, but when it's inside a crystal, it has a discrete places. We all know the space and time are linked together. That it would be clear if the crystal can have a thing that they are in discrete in space, then they have points that are discrete in time. The atoms in the time crystal occupy the repeating pattern in both the space and time. So, they are one point in one place and another point in time they will be in another place. So the time crystal repeat the time indefinitely. So this breaks the temporal symmetry, that is, it can create the perpetual motion. And also in 2016, the scientists from the University of Maryland created the world's first time crystal made up of 10 deuterium ions and pulsed these ions with a laser and check the electrons in the deuterium with time. They found the spin of the electron is flipped at the regular frequency, but it doesn't match with the input frequency as we are seeing in our screen, that the time crystal is flipping back and forth between the two states. But the main thing you need to be noticed is they are flipping the back and forth between the two places without the change in energy. But according to the classical physics, the universe is moving towards entropy, that is, the movements towards change. We can dive the little bit deeper. The system will always remain the same if there are no progress, and it will always increase if there are a progress. But the time crystal can survive energy progress without falling to entropy. So this paved the way for the non-equilibrium physics. That is, when it flips back and forth between the two states or the two places, without any change in energy, they are flipping back and forth between the two states. So this breaks the thermal equilibrium. I think it is quite interesting, right? So now, what the Google can do with this time crystal and how this time crystal is used in the quantum computer. Now, the Google, along with the dozens of scientists, have created the new phase of matter called time crystal. We all know the quantum computer can solve a really hard problems, but it also harder to interrupt the result because of decoherence, which like an entropy. That is, the quantum computer uses the qubit to progress the information or data with the features of quantum mechanics. The measuring of any qubit state is difficult and rise the decoherence when, that is, the process which the environment interact with the qubit uncontrollably change the quantum state and cause the information loss during the result of the quantum computer. So this is meant to be a decoherence of quantum computer. So when there is a quantum computer with a time crystal that can serve the quantum coherence, that is, it establishes the scalable approach to study the non-equilibrium phase of matter on current quantum processor. If this peer review of the Google's time crystal become true, it's not hard to imagine that we may discover many hidden features of universe, many quantum-based drug discovery for effective cancer treatments and so on. So with the hope, I'm just waiting to see the real quantum computer with time crystal. I hope you got the clear idea about the time crystal and its importance. If you think this video is informative, kindly like, share and comment and subscribe and click the bell icon of the Hidden Box channel. So finally, crack the knowledge, reveal the opportunity. Always stay tuned with Hidden Box.